Interesting. She walked across the office floor, not to the loudest person, the one calling her name, but to the quietest man in the room, the one nobody really talked to much, the one who never seemed to fit with the rest of the group. She looked up at this man and her tail started wagging, and then just like that, she crawled, actually leaped up into his lap and rolled over onto her back. The man just froze. He was surprised, of course, and then he slowly smiled and he looked at Heidi, and across the room he said, "This is the best, coolest dog I've ever seen." And that day, Mia did what dogs seem to do best. She found the one person in the room who needed love probably the most and gave it. No questions, no conditions, just love and attention. That man eventually even took Mia to lunch in the cafeteria that day. He carried her with him.
Welcome back to Life's Learning Curve. Storytelling. Our own life stories, full of humor, some cringeworthy moments, and at times, a grander purpose. Did you ever wonder just how you became the person you are today? That's us. Storytelling. Here's Paul Hart.
Our family dog, Mia, followed my kids everywhere. Until one day, obviously, they grew up and they had to move away. Well, they didn't have to, but they did move away. And she stayed. Mia stayed right here. And that was when I got my own dog for the first time. And just to let you know, she wasn't supposed to be my dog. But somehow, she became my very best friend. So when the house went quiet, the kids moved out and just began their lives. And when they do come home, it's the family again. And it's Mia. It seems like Mia sometimes is the one holding us all together. Today's episode, One Little Dog. Sebastian.
Life's Learning Curve. Episode 98. One Little Dog. Stand by.
Mia. Her name is Mia. A little dog with this huge heart.
Mia.
She's a Havanese breed, like a Shih Tzu, kind of small, mid-small, kind of soft, leggy hair instead of fur, so she doesn't shed much. And this dog has this quiet kind of charm that sneaks up on you. See, at first Mia really wasn't my dog. She belonged to my kids, Heidi, older, and Riley, second in line. Mia followed them everywhere, part playmate, part shadow, part little heartbeat at their heels. But time, you know, time, it's got this way of shifting things, you know? Kids grow up, they move out, and somewhere along the way, Mia stayed. And before I knew it, Mia was mine. I always wanted my own dog, my best buddy, the one who stuck around when the house got quieter and the walks got slower. Now, every so often, Heidi, my daughter, would ask if she could take Mia back to where she was living in a different part of the United States. And I gotta tell you, I'd always hesitate. I told myself selfishly, "Oh, Mia is settled here. This is where she is, and this is a better way to keep Mia, just to keep her." But the truth is, I just couldn't let her go. Maybe it wasn't fair. No, absolutely it wasn't fair. I regret not sharing this little dog. It wasn't right. But when you find something or you find someone that makes the silence feel less empty, your heart tends to hold on a little too long. But let's go way back to the spring of 2007. Way back. Back then, our young family of 4 had gone to the mall one Friday night, back when they still had malls. Not for anything in particular, but we used to do things like this on Friday nights sometimes just to be together, to have something to eat, to kill time. To window shop is a word that I learned from my parents.
Window shop.
And then we saw it. There was a brand new puppy store. It was called Puppies Only. Yeah. And I gotta tell you, the store, very creative. I mean, it looked less like a pet store and more like a preschool. Baby cribs instead of cages for these little puppy dogs. 3 puppies to a crib. Colorful murals of cartoon dogs on the walls. Not stupid, not insulting your intelligence murals either. That's a fine line. Bright, bouncy colors everywhere, and there, in the center crib with 2 other dogs, was our future dog. She was beige, she was white and brown, and she was small enough to fit into the palm of your hands back then. She was calm, she was gentle, almost shy. Turns out she wasn't a shy dog, but seemingly. While the other puppies barked and tumbled around and tried to get attention or just had a lot of energy, Mia just looked up at us with these big, soft eyes, like she was saying, "There you are. Finally, you made it." And she, puppy, stumbled over to my son's outreached hand. "You're my boy, my very own boy." In that moment, it didn't feel like we chose her. It felt more like she had chosen us. Heidi was giggling and Riley was grinning, and for a few minutes, everything in that chaotic store felt like it stopped spinning. But we didn't buy this little dog right away. Oh, no, not us. We wouldn't impulse buy anything for the family. We would talk about it. Or not talk about it, I don't know. We told ourselves, let's think about it. So we walked around the mall that Friday night, all 4 of us, mom, dad, son, daughter, talking, smiling, pretending we weren't all thinking the same thing, that we could circle back and get this dog. We did. Eventually, after, I think it was less than an hour, we went back to the pet store to get her. She was gone. And to my kids, they were devastated. And I gotta tell you, even my heart sank. Had someone else taken this little dog home? Was that tiny, perfect little dog that seemed to choose us already gone? Forever? Turns out, no. The store manager had explained to us about Mia, and this made the store manager very smart to me. Our future puppy had been exhausted from so many people being interested in her and playing with her and having fun with this adorable little soulful puppy. They had taken to a quiet, carpeted back room. It was pretty nice. It was small, but it was carpeted, padded on the lower parts of the wall, and then painted a nice, if I remember right, it was a maroon color. It was away from the chaos, and they put her in there so she could calm down and regroup. She was a little stressed from all the attention, apparently. It was a rest from all the human love, I guess. And my family, we all found that was pretty funny to us. They separated the dog because it was stressed from all the attention. That night, we brought her home. Our dog, Mia. And I'll tell you what, she's been a part of our home, part of our family, ever since. Mia and the kids. From the first time Mia entered our house, she grew up loving both of my kids. Oh, she liked us as well, but she took to my kids because they played with her constantly. Heidi and Riley were loved equally by this dog, and in return, my children gave this little dog what every dog dreams of: endless playtime, more attention, more love than she could almost handle, and a life that any good dog would envy. Her first trick she learned was lying on her back while using both paws to, we called it raise the roof at first, like this. She'd push up like this. And we nicknamed it eventually reindeer. We would just say reindeer and she'd flop on her back. We called it reindeer after those claymation TV specials, the old ones, where Santa's reindeer, when they flew in the sky, they did this with their paws. It was claymation, so it was a repeated movement. Mia, reindeer, she still does it. In her younger days, Mia was a squirrel chaser. A squirreler was my name for it. You want to go out and chase squirrels? She was quick as lightning when it came to the backyard patrol. She shot out the back door and out the back porch, and she went on these daily adventures with my kids in the backyard, where Mia eagerly chased off big deer who were trying to eat our tulips or our flowers. She loves long dog walks, carrots in her food. That was a great treat, still is, and car rides most of all. And here's what really amazes me about car rides and Mia. Didn't matter which street we came from, she'd perk up, start howling softly, tail going a mile a minute, like she could smell our driveway through the car window. Laid back, chill, and independent. That is Mia. Still is. She never was a showy dog. She didn't need a crowd. But when she loved you and she recognized you, you knew it. In her quiet way, she was always active, never lazy, never just sat around. Oh, sure, dogs take naps, yes. But she was always looking to do something, and easy to train. It felt like she already knew the rules before we taught them. And when it came to food, her breed, she was a grazer. No begging. She wouldn't wolf down a bowl of food. She'd leave it out, and she'd graze all day, and eat just what she needed to. Now, when Mia was a puppy, her bark, it was not a developed bark yet or something. It was more like initially like a gerbil with an opinion, I used to call it. It was high pitched and it was kind of tiny. The kind of sound that made you laugh before you even turned your head. But as she grew, that bark changed. It evolved into something different, louder, somewhere between a scream, not a bark, but a scream and a blues song. And she still only uses that bark just a few times a year. So we're lucky she's not a champion barker. But when she does bark, you know where she is. No doubt about it. Here's a great Mia story. One time when Heidi was in high school, it was after school, and she was in the gym doing warm-ups with her girls' soccer team. And there were other sports going on in there too. Pretty large gym. Heidi's mom showed up with Mia on a leash, but somehow, not for long, and let's just say things didn't go quite as planned. Somewhere between
Hi, girls.
And
keep that dog on a leash.
Mia made a break for it. Off sprang the leash, and suddenly this tiny blur of beige fur was sprinting across the high school gym floor. In the other side of the gym, past all these other sports, her little paws were clicking like a drumline on a mission. And then, in a move that can only be described as pure Mia, she spotted Heidi amongst all those people. Like radar. Without missing a beat, Mia puppy scampered across the court right up to Heidi's soccer team and started doing these wild, wiggly squat jumps. I know this sounds absurd, but she just pulled up next to the girls and just started kind of jumping around as they did their warm-ups. Down, up, down. A one-dog pep rally in full swing. Even the coach stopped what he was doing. Kind of a gruff man, he said,
Heidi, that dog is way too cute for high school. I think I'm gonna have to keep her. For myself.
And just like that, the tension was gone. Nobody scolded Heidi. Nobody cared that a little dog had crashed soccer practice because, let's face it, sometimes all it takes is one unexpected burst of joy, one small happy creature running free, to remind everyone in the room what happiness actually looks like. So, Heidi and Mia were besties. Both girls, besties, good friends, girl pals. Mia constantly was in Heidi's room as she either talked on her phone or she did her homework. Quiet time, Mia sat quietly on the bed and every once in a while would moan for a scratch or a pet or something. So, now, I gotta tell you, when Heidi went off to college, it was downstate. Mia missed her terribly, and vice versa. We got plenty of calls back home asking about Mia and not about us. Every morning after breakfast, though, I gotta tell you, after Heidi had left, and every night after dinner, she'd trot down the hallway. I'd hear her toenails on the wood floor. She'd trot down the hallway. And nose first, tail wagging, she would push open Heidi's bedroom door. Of course, Heidi wasn't there, but that didn't stop Mia. She kept looking. She did this every day. Almost for a total of 10 years she did this before she stopped. Because in Mia's mind, I don't know, I can't think like a dog, but in Mia's mind, I guess she wondered every single day, yep, today might be the day that Heidi came home. Dogs don't understand college or moving out. Neither do dads. All they know is that someone they know and they love is missing, and maybe, just maybe, this could be the day they walk back through that door. And sometimes, Mia is right. Every time Heidi does come home, still to this day, Mia's joy is like uncontainable. She barks, she spins, she jumps like it was a miracle, like it was a reunion 10 years in the making. Every single time.
Mia, why are you crying? Oh, why? What is wrong? What are you doing? Oh, Mia, you ate your poop. That's so gross. Is that why you're crying? Yeah. Are you okay? What's wrong? Yeah.
I bet you'd like to go for a walk to the corner and back.
Oh God, please don't lick me.
What you doing? Hi. What you doing? Is it windy today? Is it a windy day today? Say hi to Heidi. Say hi to... Where's Heidi? Where's she? Where's Heidi? I don't know. Riley and Life's Adventures. Riley, on the other hand, my son, he is Mia's adventure buddy. Always has been. In his teen years, he'd scoop her up, leash her up, and off they'd go to parties, festivals, parades, bike path adventures. Anywhere life was happening, she had a special look she'd give him like, all right, Mr. Walrus Filter, where to this time? And Riley, he has this one-of-a-kind special way of scratching her behind the ears that was different than the rest of us. It was just so. It was their secret handshake. Mia loves Riley. Whenever Mia felt that scratch, she knew adventure was about to begin. Wherever Riley took her, she was the center of attention, always the chill in the chaos, and somehow always surrounded by smiling girls who just couldn't resist that sweet face and waggy tail. An entire party of teens would often center around this little dog that Riley brought. Eventually, Riley, almost each time he took her somewhere publicly like that, would have to bring Mia home earlier than the event was happening or the party, because Mia got tired, just like at the puppy store many years ago. Too much attention. But it was at those times in Riley's teenage years that he remembers her best. Watching TV with Mia at his side, playing records in his room, or yeah, I did say records, Riley loves the vinyl records, or just kicking back on his bed after a long day. Come on, Mia. Now, some dogs fetch sticks. Mia fetches hearts. A well-traveled dog. Mia has seen more of the Midwest than most people that I know. From quiet Illinois backroads to the wide open skies of Kansas City, Missouri, where she spent vacations visiting Heidi, going to social events, gal pals. Mia loves Heidi. Heidi once told me a story from when she was living and working in Kansas City after college. She worked in one of those modern, progressive offices, open spaces that had casual Fridays and great coffee. And one day, Heidi decided she could bring Mia along with her, which was a common thing at this place. You couldn't bring in just any dog, but if the dog was chill, and Mia's most definitely a chill dog. At first, Mia stayed tucked into Heidi's arms where she worked, taking it all in and looking at the people and the bright lights, new smells, and the busyness of the whole place. But after about an hour, maybe less, Mia wanted down. So Heidi informed everybody, Mia's going down to the floor. So everybody kind of turned and spun and looked at her. Heidi let her go. And interesting, she walked
Over here.
across the office floor.
Come here, puppy.
Not to the loudest person, the one calling her name,
Yeah.
but to the quietest man in the room.
Hey, Mia.
The one nobody really talked to much. The one who never seemed to fit with the rest of the group. She looked up at this man and her tail started wagging, and then just like that, she crawled, actually leaped up into his lap and rolled over onto her back. The man just froze. He was surprised, of course, and then he slowly smiled and he looked at Heidi, and across the room he said, "This is the best, coolest dog I've ever seen." There was some laughter from the room. And that day, Mia did what dogs seem to do best. She found the one person in the room who needed love probably the most and gave it. No questions, no conditions, just love and attention. That man eventually even took Mia to lunch in the cafeteria that day. He carried her with him. Mia's choice in people continues to be not just random, but it seems to be instinctive, gentle, and exact, just like Mia herself. In 2015, Mia's new good buddy Boo Boo, the dog, who is a Maltipoo, came to live with us, brought by Charlie. It's good for dogs to have another best dog buddy. A year or two younger than Mia, Boo's slightly smaller than Mia, but has more spirit. I always say this about Boo. Boo has more spirit than most people I know. I believe these two dogs inspire one another.
Girls, tell me something. Tell me what you did. Tell me what you did. Tell me what you did. What did you today, huh? Did you play? What? What? You watch Flipper? You're not a little Flipper. No, you're not. And what did you do? You got your nails done? Oh, they're beautiful. Yes, they are. They're beautiful. Nails done and watching Flipper. Good. That's my girl. Good. Okay, good.
And it's funny because very comfortable with these animals. They're so constant that we start to believe that, hey, these dogs, they're just going to always be here. We don't notice the little routines that we do with them, the footsteps that click down the hallway, the scratches behind the ears, the car windows fogged up with excitement when they see something out the window, usually a squirrel. Until someday, they're just memories, Now, over the past few years, I have to tell you, she's close to going to be 17, I think, coming in December. Her eyesight has lessened. She's a little slower, but she's still this really chill as ice dog. Still herself, small dog with a heart that somehow makes room for all of us. She has Riley's laid backness, if that's a word, and she has all of Heidi's heart. 17 years. That's a lot of car rides. Long walks and carrots for snacks. It's a lot of mornings side by side, and a lot of nights where the only sound in the room was her soft breathing. You wake up in the middle of the night and you look forward to that. That same calm, that same gentle spirit. So I realized something I didn't before. Mia doesn't just grow old with us. She carries us through the years. Mia has kept us company while we learn to grow older ourselves. And for every soft breath, for every quiet moment, every ounce of unconditional love she's shown us, I am thankful beyond words for Mia, our dog. Well, hi everybody. Well, I recorded this episode about 2 weeks back, and I was in the midst of cutting it, putting it together. So here's an update. Listen, it's not that it doesn't matter. It matters more almost than anything else in my life. I had a beautiful, scrappy, forever puppy named Mia, named by my daughter for Mia Hamm, the soccer player. Because from the very beginning, she had the same unstoppable energy and heart. Riley, my son, and Heidi, my daughter, made sure Mia was always loved and always happy. And then, for nearly 18 years, Mia, along with her best buddy Boo, were the heartbeat of our home. And over the past 2.5 years, or 2 years maybe, Charlie and I barely left our house for more than an hour at a time because the dogs, they needed us. And honestly, we didn't mind. Their spirits stayed strong, and even as their eyesight faded and their hearing dimmed, and their steps grew a little slower with each passing month. Somewhere along the way, without realizing it, I had to slip back into parenting again. Didn't even realize it. See, because after my kids had grown, Heidi and Riley had grown and gone, Charlie and I became caretakers, protectors, parents once more, this time to 2 little dogs who filled the house with small, mighty love. And then, suddenly, that chapter ended. Yesterday, we came home to a different kind of quiet. The kind that doesn't fade, I guess. And in that silence, I realized just how much of my identity, my rhythm, my sense of purpose, everything I do, had been built around caring for the dogs. In-house parenting ended days ago. And what's left is an echo. The emptiness that follows devotion. But here's what I know. Okay? Mia mattered. There's no way in a podcast episode I can tell you everything, but every tail wag, every glance, every little nudge of her nose to pet her, that was love. Love in motion. Mia loved me more than she loved herself. And let me tell you, if you think about it, that's what dogs do. Quietly, faithfully, in the background of our lives, they love us in these ways that we never quite deserve. So, what did I learn? Well, what I learned was monumental. Not just a thing that was big. A big life learning curve. Having Mia in my life was a gift. A gift from God, obviously. She reminded me that devotion does not have an age limit. And sometimes the most sacred part of our lives happens right between the small things. Between the feedings, between the walks, and those sleepy sighs from the end of the bed. Mia was my dog. I'm not going to get another dog. I've had my dog. So you say, you'll find another dog. Yeah, I might. But how could any other dog be better than this dog? So here's to all of you out there who have walked the same road, who've loved and lost a loyal friend and felt your home exhale into silence. You guys understand. Love to you all. And that's what I learned from one little dog, Mia. For Life's Learning Curve, I'm Paul Hart.
This season 7 episode of Life's Learning Curve was produced by Sebastian T. Dog and Paul Hart. Visit our website, lifeslearningcurve.org. While you're there, subscribe. We'd love to have you aboard. This episode has imaginative voice creations. To protect the privacy of others, some names have been changed and characters conflated. Episode 98, One Little Dog. For more true stories from our life's archives, you'll find us again right here on Life's Learning Curve.
We're clear.